dumb name. Hey everyone, welcome back to Toy Foolery, and today we're checking out the Super 7 Hammerhand. Is this toy great hand and fist? I don't know, sorry, I'm really bad at these puns. And here we have Captain Hammerhand, the captain of the Berserkers. Berserkers! That's my bad imitation. But let's see if this toy is worth the money. But as usual, let's see if this box is better than your mom. Regular sleeve. We have the Mumra logo, insignia on the front, Thundercats logo on the side underneath it, and one in the back. And then we have the sleeve. Sleeve is gone, and we are left with Captain Hammerhand. And we get a nice little drawing of him on the back with a blurb. And we get this. The box is after the initial wow that we had with the original toy. What was it, almost like a decade ago before Super 7 got the line? The boxes are a little less I wish they put more effort into it to make it different. This is kind of just cookie cutter. But let's check out
what's in the box.
In the box we get Captain Hammerhand. We get an alternate head for him. Our Berserkers! I guess that's what that face is saying. We get 2 pouches of gold. I'm not sure why we get 2 pouches of gold. Maybe someone in the comments knows, who's seen all of the Berserker episodes, but it seems weird that we get 2 pouches and they're not the same one, so that's why I'm confused why we get 2 of them. 2 pouches of gold. We get his blunderbuss, his laser blunderbuss, and we get a closed fist for him, and that's it. Oh, and I'm sorry, I apologize. And we get 3 alternate hands for his non-hammer hand. We get a trigger finger hand to hold the blunderbuss, a fist, and I guess a clawing hand. I'm not sure why he needs that many hands for his non-hammer hand, but okay. Would Mills have shot you for this? No, because Super 7 actually knows how to give you a decent amount of accessories that will make you say, oh, this is not that bad, until we get to the design and articulation. So let's see how this thing looks. So from afar, we get a really good looking torso for him. He is showing his abs. He looked more gauntly in the show, and I'm not sure if that would translate well into a toy. It would probably make it really hard for him to stand, especially because he has this large hammer hand and the way his body is built. So they just made him look like he's ripped, but he was more of a skinny man. Really good design on the boot, really good design on everything else. I really like the logo, and I think it's a missed opportunity that the Berserker logo was not on the box. They just went with the generic evil Mumra logo for these were all the evil guys. But not too bad. Let's do an extreme close-up and see how well these designs look. And here we have Hammerhand, and as you can see, there's some really good detail in the face, specifically around the eye of this toy. They did a really good job around his electronic eye. You can see there's detail that went into how it looks, as well as just the paint around it. So that's really good. That's going to be a problem later on. But they did a really good job painting the beard, so that has a really good design. And then you see the paint around the other eye. It really does pop out and stands out very much so. But other than his face and his beard, you have just a yellow cap, and this is not Super 7's fault, but this is just, they didn't let it pop, didn't let it breathe. This is just kind of just a generic looking toy in general. Just Let's move his hand out the way. Don't fall. And then we get a nice look shot of his logo on his belt for the Berserkers. And we get a nice look at that hammer boot as well as his regular boots. And to be fair, the color palette is the secondary color palette. The original color palette was actually way worse. So kudos to them for not saying, hey, we're going to release the original one as well. But this is not my favorite figure. Not Super 7's fault, just the design on the character itself was poorly done. So you end up with something that is not so toy friendly. Anyway, let's see if this thing can squat.
Get your body in it. Squat. Come on, squat.
Captain Hammerhand has fully articulated fingers, which is super cool. Is that thumb articulated? Yes, it is. Look at that. Good job, Super 7. And so each individual finger is articulated. Wrist does not give you much range, but that's fine. He's got the hammer hand. I'm surprised they gave him this much. I was just expecting it to maybe give me a little bit more hinge than that. Oh, and they did. Oh, this is actually planned out very well. The shoulder goes up so high, limited a little bit the way he's built, but that's fine. Rotation in the bicep. Let's check out his other arm, since it's a different one. Rotation in the bicep as well, upper bicep above the band, single jointed elbow, swivel and hinge in the wrist. He has a ball in his upper chest, but it's limited by his shield on his shoulders, so he's not getting much range. His neck gives you no range whatsoever. He has decent range on his leg, single jointed leg. Oh, that sounded dangerous. Single jointed leg for both of them. Oh, where did that come from? I just opened this. You guys seen it? Okay. We have a swivel and twist in the foot, and the same thing. Nope, just a hinge in the big club foot. Can he superhero land? No. Can he squat? No, he cannot squat either. But that is fine because I don't expect this character to do those things. He's not doing super dynamic jumps. He might hop out the way of an attack from Lino, but other than that, you're just gonna see him use his hammer hand to try to overpower people. Do I wish he had a little bit more articulation in his chest and his head? Yes, but they did a really good job for what it is. So kudos to Super 7. Normally I bust their chops about the articulation, but in this case, this is just fine. And let's talk about money.
50 bucks, good lord, 50 bucks, that's a lot of money. Now what do I get for
Captain
that?
Hammerhand goes for, originally was $55, and you can probably find him around 30 bucks now. He's been on the secondary market for a long time, which is surprising to me because this is definitely not the weakest of the toys released. I guess he's not as popular as the Mutants or Mumra, so he's not getting the treatment, but this is actually a really decent toy for what it is. The articulation could be better, but it's on par with all the other Super 7 toys from this line, so it's not too bad, and this hand is amazing. But let me stop glowing about how good his hand is, and let's give this thing a wrap up. Let's wrap up Captain Hammerhand from Super 7. The box design leaves much to be wanted. I really wish they used the Berserker logo on the toy, but they didn't, so boo. As for the design of the toy, actually did a really good job with it, even though the big swaths of yellow makes it a little bit but it's pretty decent. As for its flexibility, his ability to squat, not really a big fan of it. It's limited articulation, which we expect from Super 7, but I do love the fact that there is articulation all in the hand. That is something that I really do like. His fingers all move. I'm just gaga over that, so hooray for that. And as for the price, he's going for $33 in the now, and that's because he is not as popular as the Mutants or Mumra. So if you want Captain Hammerhand, go get him. And as for my final score, I'm going to give Captain Hammerhand a final score of a 5 out of 8. Not the worst toy. If the box was better and they did a little bit more paint on the plastic, I would have been more generous with the score. But as it is, he's a mid-range toy for a mid-range price with a mid-range score. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.